Hey everyone, what's going on? Thanks for tuning back into Relevant Jukebox. And today I'm back with part 10 of my vinyl collection series, going through the whole thing, 10 random records at a time. So I got my coffee here. Before I get into this video, make sure to leave a like if you're excited for this video. Also hit that subscribe button if you have not yet and you are new to the channel. Welcome. But yeah, let's get into some records here. Starting off here with a couple pickups I had from Record Store Day, the first release day that was a little while back for 2020, which is kind of weird, obviously, but there's another one coming up soon. But I did scoop Charli XCX's Vroom Vroom, which I was really excited to see that this got a reissue. The original presses of this were long gone, really limited, and really expensive, so way out of my price range, even though they are signed by Charli, which is really cool. This one is not, and I believe it was limited to 2,000 copies, and it is on ultra clear vinyl, which is really awesome. Love this Vroom Vroom EP. This was actually pretty much like the first time that I dipped my toes into Charli XCX, and really what turned my head. I love Sophie's production all over this thing. It's like aggressive. It kind of calls back a little bit to MIA with like their own little twist on it, and it's really weird, and I absolutely love it. So I'm super psyched to have this on vinyl. And yeah, just hoping that Pop 2 gets a reissue at this point. Next up here was the only other thing that I grabbed this year so far for Record Store Day, and that was Denzel Curry's 7-inch for Bulls on Parade, his awesome cover of the Rage Against the Machine track. Also, it has a Bad Brains cover on the back, which is a Spotify session exclusive, and I actually have not thrown this onto the turntable yet, so I haven't heard it yet, but I saw this was available, I had to grab it. There's the inner sleeve there, and there you got the other side there, and I believe, yep, just a standard black 7-inch, but really nice, really classy labeling over here from Denzel. So yeah, one of these days I'm going to give this a spin. I mean, I don't know why I haven't listened to it yet, just have not heard it yet. Okay, moving right along here, I have Sufjan Stevens' 7 Swans. Really, really great record over here from Sufjan on the more of gentle side of things, which, you know, a lot of his discography is, but, you know, if you've heard this, you know what I'm talking about. You know, he's got a new album coming out very soon, The Ascension, and, you know, the singles have been kind of hit or miss for me, personally. I don't really know how that record's going to pan out, in my opinion. I don't know. Here's the inner sleeve here. It's got the lyrics on one side and a nice, you know, portrait of Sufjan on the other side there. And this is a kind of an interesting pressing. I remember this got reissued a few years ago, randomly out of nowhere, and it was on like a random color variant, I believe. Everyone was different. And when I picked this up at my local record store, the record wasn't sealed. It wasn't stored in the sleeve, so you could actually see what color you were going to get. And obviously, I, you know, previewed this before I grabbed it, and it's this amazing like teal marble of a pressing. The color is just so cool. I had to have it, and it wasn't that expensive. It was only like, I think it was like 18 bucks at the time, but I ended up having this like as an original pressing on just standard black, and I sold it when I saw this one was available because, you know, how can you resist? And it also came with a bonus 7-inch as well with some non-album tracks, and this one was on like a copper brown marble color vinyl here, which is also cool. Not as cool as the teal, obviously, doesn't match, but yeah, I believe these were randomly colored as well, so you know, you just kind of had to look into the records to see, you know, which one you were gonna get. Next up here, I have Sophie's Oil of Every Pearl's Uninsides. Amazing album from Sophie over here, which I think, yeah, this is the debut, considered. I guess Product was kind of like a singles comp. And can't really show this gatefold. Oh, no, I can show the gatefold. Here's the gatefold here. Really awesome debut, again, of Sophie that kind of, you know, snuck up on me over time. I mean, it took a few listens. This did come with, like, a massive poster of Sophie. It's I mean, the camera is just not going to pick this up all the way. And I can't even show the bottom of it. But, yeah, here you go. You get the idea. So, massive, ridiculously sized poster that it came with, and this was a Bleep exclusive. I want to say it was like 300 out of 300, but it's on clear red vinyl, which is really awesome. Got it right here, and I can't show the inner sleeves because of the kids that could be watching, but yeah, this is just a red vinyl, but again, awesome record. Highly suggest checking it out if you have not heard it already and you're into like experimental electronic music with a little avant-garde twist. Next up here, I got a pretty beefy box set from Mac DeMarco, and that's Salad Days. Now this was the limited pre-order box set. I believe that was on out of 800, and this was the first pressing of it right here. This thing is a pretty beefy release. Really, really nice. I love when Mac used to go like really extravagant with his record releases. Not as much nowadays. He's a little more reeled in. But this is an awesome pressing. It did come with a Coke mirror, which is hilarious. I still have it sealed with Mac on there, which is insane. It also did come with the rainbow fridge magnet, which I actually don't have anymore. That is at my old apartment. And it was a double vinyl release over here. So we had Salad Days first, you know, gatefold, I believe, yeah, here you go, gatefold here, which I believe has Mac's studio in it, right? Yep, Mac's little studio where he used to record the album. You know, this is a good Mac DeMarco album. This is like a fan favorite for a lot of people. It's not my favorite for Mac, but it is a really good album still, I think. And this one's on like a mustard yellow. Like, I think this was 800, I want to say. But yeah, this has some great tracks on it for sure. And like I was saying, this came with like a ton of extras. I mean, here's a poster it came with, and it's double-sided. This has got Mac on this side that he's not like all cartooned out and weird. And yeah, original inner sleeve there with another image of Mac from that photo session. And then it did come with a copy of the demos as well, which I don't think I've actually spun before. I don't, you know, really need to go in deep, heavy into like Mac DeMarco demos, honestly. So I've never really spun this, and this one's actually a purple vinyl, so it looks pretty cool. So there you go. There's the purple vinyl there of Mac DeMarco's Salad Days. Next up here, I have my favorite record from The Breeders, Pod. Now, this was the first album that they had put out after Kim Deal disbanded from the Pixies, sadly. And yeah, I mean, I'm a big Kim Deal fan. I know that, you know, it's said that she didn't write like a ton of the original Pixies material, but I still think she was a pretty vital contribution to that sound of the Pixies. And I think that translates over into this Breeders record here and even the following up, Last Splash. And here's the inner sleeve here, really cool artwork. But yeah, I mean, there's just something about it. I mean, you know, even comparing like, you know, Black Francis's solo material to like what Kim did, I prefer Kim's like way more. And this is a really, really thick pressing. It's 180 grams, and it was a reissue. It's just on black there. But, you know, obviously you just had to have this for the player. Doesn't matter what color it is. You know, that's like an amazing track. I mean, even the cover of Happiness is a Warm Gun is really awesome too. I mean, this record has such like an immediate ambience to it. It's really interesting. But yeah, absolutely love this record. Definitely have to listen to it if you haven't. Next up here, I have Guerilla Toss's Twisted Crystal, which is one of my favorite albums of 2018. Love Guerilla Toss and their blend of electronic music and post-punk with like a psychedelic twist. Really, really futuristic sounding, really catchy as well. I mean, they weave in some extremely sticky hooks into their tracks that kind of catch you off guard at times. And this is just a standard black vinyl here. Really nice labeling that matches the cover art nicely, which I really enjoy as well. And yeah, I'm really stoked to hear what a follow-up's going to sound like to this album here. They just pretty much keep getting better and better as they go. Here's the inner sleeve as well with a nice live shot there. And the other side. So yeah, I mean, just kind of patiently waiting for another Guerilla Toss album. Fingers crossed it'll happen maybe this year. Coming down to the end here, I have Ovlov's AM. I enjoyed this record here. This one came out through Exploding in Sound a few years back. You know, Ovlov was not really doing much anymore, it doesn't seem like. But they were, you know, kind of throwing it back to the 90s. Again, a lot of like Pavement, Dinosaur Jr., Weezer, all that kind of stuff in like a blender, if you will. And I think, you know, the debut I definitely prefer. There are some really, really great hooks on this album here. And, you know, there's also like a shoegaze, My Bloody Valentine influence going on sometimes as well. I mean, if you have not heard Ovlov, I definitely suggest checking it out if you're like a 90s rock fan. And this is a first pressing that was on Piss Yellow I never got around to tracking down the Swamp Green one. That one was always eluded me. It was hard to find. But I settled for this one here, which has a really disturbing, like, surgical procedure on the labeling. I don't know what's going on there. And next up here, I have Aphex Twins Windowlicker. Nice little 12-inch single of Windowlicker with an amazing cover image that we've all seen before, I'm sure. This is the back. Nothing too special about this pressing. This is just, you know, a Warp issued single, I believe. There's nothing special about it. I got it really cheap at my local record store. Love the labeling and how just like supremely dark and weird it is, you know, with Aphex Twin, you know, on the bikini bodies and stuff. And then this, you know, I don't know what's going on in the second half there, but yeah, I mean, Windowlicker, classic track from Aphex Twin. Have to have this one in the collection if you're an electronic fan, I think. And rounding out this batch of records here, I have the comeback of Daughters. You Won't Get What You Want. Whoo, man, what a crazy album here from Daughters. Coming back after a pretty decent gap of time and sounding like they pretty much picked up exactly where they left off. This is a gatefold, which is really not interesting. It's just, you know, blank, all black there. Creepy album cover, for sure. Creepy sounding album. I mean, everything about this release is creepy to the max. Really, really bummed that I didn't get... I missed out on all the reissues that they had put up recently. Oh, here's an inner sleeve here with the lyrics. But yeah, they reissued all the previous ones. The self-titled, I believe they reissued Canada songs. And yeah, I missed all of that. It sold out like instantaneously on their web store and on the you know, Ipecac Records web store and on Bandcamp and everything. It was like gone. So yeah, sadly missed that. Hoping they're gonna do another reissue. This is the London Fog edition, which is amazing looking. It's like this, you know, cloudy gray white marble pressing here. It's a double LP. The other one's like exactly the same, so they look like this. But yeah, I mean, really, really awesome presentation on this vinyl release here that suits just about everything about it. Yeah, so that's going to do it for this part of my entire vinyl collection series. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will try to be back soon again with another one for you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And, you know, make sure to like and share. And if you want more content from me, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.